A person who has had a tremendous influence on my life is a black man who was named after a white man. I'm talking about the great reformer, Martin Luther King, who was named after the great German Protestant reformer, a white man, Martin Luther. And they had this in common. They followed Christ. They believed in the Bible, and they believed in decency, and they were opposed to violence. Now, I'm going to ask everybody a question. What would Martin Luther King say today if he were alive and he came back to America and he went to New York or he went to any of the great cities, Los Angeles, Philadelphia, heaps and heaps of cities that are burning, that are burning. And there are gangs of people who are going in and they are stealing. And not only are they stealing, but they are burning down little stores that are owned by mums and pops. What would the great Martin Luther King say? Martin Luther King believed in the right to protest. So do I. So the protesters on the streets of America are fulfilling their rights. They are doing what the Constitution allows. And this is what Martin Luther lived and died for. But let me tell you something. What we're seeing now with people burning, hey, protesting, fine. Protesting is fine. I'm all for it. I support it. I'm a protester myself. But burning, destroying property, tell me this. I just can't get it. How does burning somebody's property down and stealing fix wrongs? Now, we know that white policeman who suffocated that poor black man committed a terrible sin. He did an act of evil. Our brother George should be alive today. But there is no excuse, my friend, for the crimes that are being done by lawless people. I tell you, Martin Luther King would be ashamed of those people who are rioting and burning and looting because it's against everything that he stood for. If you don't believe that, go and study some history. Maybe your problem is you don't know enough history. It's happening now during this crisis of the coronavirus. How much worse can we get? You know, in America, this week, got up to more around the world, millions infected, hundreds of thousands dead. But in the United States of America, well over 100,000 people dead. Hey, these are people, brothers and sisters, fathers and mothers dead. So America is bleeding. I know that racial injustice is wrong, but it is not solved by violence, and we need to come together. We need to reduce, for a start with the coronavirus, we need to do these things that I've been talking about. Social distancing, washing our hands, wearing a mask. I'm amazed to see politicians who won't wear a mask. I'm inclined to ask the question, how dumb can you get? When we've been told this is one way that you can help prevent this. If we don't do these things, then we're going to see hundreds of thousands of people dying in the United States of America. So what is my appeal? My appeal to you is to act responsibly and to follow the teachings of Martin Luther King. But of course, you can go to the original source, and this is the original source, because Martin Luther King believed in following Jesus Christ. And Jesus said, love your enemies. And Jesus said, you shall love your neighbor as yourself. And by the grace of God, we shall.